Hey everyone, my name is Noah, and today tonight I am doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So let's just dive into this then. So question number one, why did you start this channel? Basically because I love books, I'm a whore for them. I kind of want to meet other people who are really into books just as much as me, and a community for that more than anything. Which is why I started to do this. I want to talk to people about peanuts. A peanut! But yeah, that's basically it. Question number two. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? That's a difficult question. I know, peanuts. Basically, every person who's ever read a book, they're all going to have their own unique experience with them. So it's a difficult question to ask. Basically, my main thing is that just pure honesty. English language is hard. It's my first language, but I fail at it, so there's going to be times where we're going to have a laugh because apparently I can't pronounce words. But that will be the main thing. Come here. Question number three. What are you most excited for about this new channel? My main thing is a community. That's the main thing that I'm really excited for. And just having someone to talk to books that I enjoy about more than anything. I want to know what other people are in, like, book-wise are into. Peanuts, no. Not up to the desk. Number four, why do you love reading? Growing up, it's always been, I'm sure that it's the same for a lot of other people. Sorry. It is an escape. Growing up, I was a very angry child, and the only way that I could get away from not only myself, but just random things I would put myself into, situations I put myself into and growing up, reading was my escape. It was that doorway into things where I didn't have to deal and try to understand things about myself. I could just be someone else and live in this cool fantasy world and all that stuff. Question number five. What book or series got you into reading? So I always read when I was little, but the main thing is that when I was like 7 or 8, I'm pretty sure my auntie, it's probably a gift to her, but she handed it down to me because, I don't know, she probably forgot or something. But it was a series by L.J. Smith named The Night World, and that, I didn't read it for months. I just thought it looked stupid, and then I read it and I got really into it. It was amazing, it was dark, it was, you know, all these creatures, werewolves, vampires, shapeshifters and all that stuff, and soulmates and all that. And after I stopped reading after I got to college, and I started reading when I got into university, and that was Lovecraft, and I got into cosmic horror pretty bad around that time, so that's a thing. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favourite booktuber? What questions? That's a tough one. I would say, would you date someone who's a 9 but they have a pogo fetish? I'm not talking about myself. Dear God, no. No, I would want to say, what brought them to the idea where they first wanted to make a channel? Is it like, and how do they keep up with reading so many books? Like, yeah, I read a lot of books, but they have, like, you know, they have a system. I want to know what that system is. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the main challenges that will be hardest to overcome is going to be when you start a new YouTube channel. You know, there's a lot of booktubers out there who are amazing, they have amazing followings, they've got their own communities. And I think someone who comes new into that, who wants to try and make their own community with that, I think that's going to be the hardest part, the hardest thing that you're going to have to try and do. I think that's what's going to be the hardest thing to overcome. Question number 8. When did you start reading? I started reading many, many years ago when I was a wee little shitling. Yeah, no, ever since I could, to be honest. I remember in primary school that even reading-wise, I was advanced from my class, and through the years that's just continued and all that jazz, so from a very, very young age. Question number 9. Where do you read? Mostly at the moment I read at home, or if I'm travelling somewhere in some sort of public transport, because I don't drive, because I apparently am an idiot because I never learn. But when I do go out, most of the time I go into Waterstones in Manchester, and they've got a little cafe in there, and I go there, I get like a hot chocolate or something, like a muffin, and I just sit there for like 2 hours or so, and I'll just like read in my own little bubble. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? See, that's the thing. Growing up, I was really into like my fantasy, the magic, and all that sort of stuff. But ever since then, sorry, Peanuts is... Oi, come here. Come on, Babs. Peanuts doing her own little thing. Right. Yeah, come here. So, yeah. So growing up, it was fantasy. Afterwards... afterwards, I got into horror, the thriller, the mystery. But going into new things like that, when I did it, I've actually realised that there's a lot of genres that I've never really dived into. So I'm actually looking, not only am I looking to like do reviews and talk about the books that I really enjoy and really passionate about, but I also want to dive into something crazy and see what the other genres are. I can't just stick to like the odd one, you know. I want to put my fingers in many pies, as some people would say. Question number 11, which most people say is optional, is what does your book collection look like? My book collection isn't massive. I've got about, let's say, about 30 books at the moment, not including my tabletop RPG books, which are quite a lot. But to be honest, I've got massive book hauls that I'm planning to do, so the collection is just going to get bigger and bigger, and we'll take more and more pics of them. But it goes from H.P. Lovecraft to like House of Leaves. Then we've got old fighting fantasy books, you know, that I've had since I was 13 years old. They came out in what, 2003? Like random stuff like that, you know. I've got the odd little thing. That's basically it. You know, I really hope that you enjoyed this tiny little video. I know not a lot has actually gone into it, but it's the best thing I can do at this moment in time. Let me know if there's any questions that you would like to ask. Just pop them down below. I'll read, I'll answer them as fast as possible, to be honest. I hope you have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I will definitely for sure catch you next time. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it.